Once upon a time in a village, there lived a poor peasant couple. They were old but had no children. One day the husband said to his wife, "If only we had a child, even if it were as small as a thumb, it would make our home lively." Some time later, the wife became pregnant. 7 months later, she gave birth to a boy, but he was only as big as a thumb. They named him Thumbelina. Though they fed him well, Thumbelina never grew bigger than when he was born. However, he was very clever, skillful, and excelled at everything he did. One day, his father was preparing to go to the forest to chop wood, muttering to himself, "If only someone could drive the cart for me." Thumbelina heard it and said, "Father, I can drive the cart. Trust me, it'll reach the forest on time." His father laughed and said, "You're so tiny. How could you drive a cart?" Thumbelina replied, "No problem, father. If mother harnesses the horse, I'll sit in its ear and command it to go." So the mother harnessed the horse and placed Thumbelina in its ear. He shouted, "Giddy up!" and the horse began to move. On the way, 2 strangers saw Thumbelina and were astonished. "If we take this little boy to perform in the big town, we'll surely get rich," they said. They offered to buy Thumbelina, but the father refused. "He's my flesh and blood. All the gold in the world isn't worth him." Thumbelina climbed onto his father's shoulder and whispered, "Father, sell me. I'll find a way to come back." His father agreed reluctantly and sold Thumbelina for a large sum of money. The 2 strangers placed Thumbelina on the brim of their hat to let him enjoy the view. But Thumbelina seized the chance to jump down, slip into a mouse hole and teased, "Goodbye, gentlemen. Go home without me." They poked sticks into the hole but couldn't catch Thumbelina and left empty-handed. Thumbelina thought, "It's dangerous to wander in the fields at night." Luckily, he found an empty snail shell, crawled inside and said, "Thank God I have a safe place to sleep tonight." While dozing off, Thumbelina heard 2 thieves passing by. They were plotting to steal gold and silver from the priest's house. "Take me with you," said Thumbelina. "I'll help." The thieves were surprised and searched until they found Thumbelina. "Little runt, what can you do?" they asked. "I'll slip through the window bars into the priest's house. Whatever you want, I'll pass it out," he replied. At the priest's house, Thumbelina crawled inside and shouted, "What do you want? Shall I take everything?" The thieves were alarmed and told him to hush, but Thumbelina shouted even louder. The cook in the next room heard it, sat up and listened. The thieves panicked and fled. The cook lit a candle, but Thumbelina had already hidden in a pile of hay. She searched but found nothing, thinking it was a dream, and went back to bed. Thumbelina slept in the hay, but the next morning the hay was thrown into the cattle's manger. A cow swallowed Thumbelina whole. Inside its stomach, he cried, "Who's feeding me all this hay?" The farmer heard it, cut open the cow, and saved Thumbelina. Later, a wolf passed by and swallowed Thumbelina. Inside the wolf's stomach, Thumbelina devised a plan. "Hey, wolf, I know a place with delicious cakes, fat, and sausages," he said. The wolf asked, "Where?" Thumbelina guided it to the priest's kitchen. The wolf crawled through a drain and ate until it was too fat to escape. Thumbelina shouted loudly from its stomach. His parents ran over, saw the wolf, and the father struck it with an axe while the mother held a scythe. The wolf died and they rescued Thumbelina. After many adventures, Thumbelina was finally reunited with his parents. They embraced him and were overjoyed that he was safe. No matter how small he was, Thumbelina proved that his intelligence and courage knew no bounds. He outsmarted all the challenges and dangers he faced, returning home safely.